श्री गुरुभ्यो नमः। हरिः ओम। शुक्लांबरधरं विष्णुं शशिवर्णं चतुर्भुजं प्रसन्नवदनं ध्यायेत् सर्वविघ्नोपशान्तये। वागीशाद्यासुमनः सर्वार्थानामुपक्रमेण नत्वा कृतकृत्या स्वीकृतं नमामि गजाननं। गुरुर्ब्रह्मा गुरुर्विष्णु गुरुर्देवो महेश्वरः गुरुसाक्षात् परब्रह्म तस्मै श्रीगुरवे नमः। यो नित्यमच्युतपदाम्बुजयुग्मरुक्मव्यामोहतस्तदराणि तृणाय मेने अस्मद्गुरो भगवतोऽस्य दयैकसिन्धो रामानुजस्य चरणौ शरणं प्रपद्ये। यस्य स्मरणमात्रेण द्वैतवासना प्रमुच्यते बोधात्मकाय नमस्तस्मै भगवते श्रीरमणमहर्षये। हृदाकाशे सदा भान्तं शान्तमानन्दरूपिणं ज्ञानबाणमहं वन्दे सद्गुरुं श्रीसत्यसायिनं मम अन्तर्यामिनं। दोर्भिर्युक्ता चतुर्भिस्फटिकमणिमयीं क्षमालां ददानास्तेनैकेन पद्मं शतमपि शुकपुस्तकं चापरेण भासा कुन्देन्दुशङ्खस्फटिकमणिनिभा भासमाना समाना सा मे वाग्देवतेयं निवसतु वदने सर्वदा सुप्रसन्ना। कूजन्तं राम रामेति मधुरं मधुराक्षरम् आरुह्य कविताशाखां वन्दे वाल्मीकिकोकिलं। वाल्मीकिर्मुनिसिंहस्य कवितावनचारिणः शृण्वन् रामकथानादं को नयाति पराङ्गतिम्। आञ्जनेयमतिपाटलाननं काञ्चनाद्रिकमनीयविग्रहं पारिजाततरुमूलवासिनं भावयामि पवमाननन्दनं। यत्र यत्र रघुनाथकीर्तनं तत्र तत्र कृतमस्तकाञ्जलिं बाष्पवारि परिपूर्णलोचनं मारुतिं नमत राक्षसान्तकं मनोजवं मारुततुल्यवेगं जितेन्द्रियं बुद्धिमतां वरिष्ठं वातात्मजं वानरयूथमुख्यं श्रीरामदूतं शिरसा नमामि। वेदवेद्ये परे पुंसि जाते दशरथात्मजे वेदप्राचेतसा दासी साक्षात् रामायणात्मना। रामाय रामभद्राय रामचन्द्राय वेदसे रघुनाथाय नाथाय सीताय पते नमः। वैदेही सहितं सुरद्रुमतले हैमे महामण्डपे मध्ये पुष्पकमासने मणिमये वीरासने सुस्थितमग्रे वाजयति प्रपञ्चनसुते तत्त्वमुनिभ्यः परं व्याख्यान्तं भरतादिभिः परिवृतं रामं भजे श्यामलं। वामे भूमिसुता पुरश्च हनुमान् पश्चात् सुमित्रा सुतः शत्रुघ्नो भरतश्च पार्श्वदलयोः वायुवादकोणे च सुग्रीवश्च विभीषणश्च विभराट् तारासुतो जाम्बवान् मध्ये नीरसरोजकोमलरुचिं रामं भजे श्यामलं। जानकीकान्तस्मरणं जय जय राम राम आञ्जनेय स्वामी की जय। स राघव सत्यधृतिश्च लक्ष्मणो महानुभावो भरतश्च धार्मिकः भृता सुहृद्भिश्च विरेजुरध्वरे यथा सदस्यै सहितास्त्रयोग्नयः। Surrounded by all their friends and relatives and important people that have all come there to see Rama. Saragava Satyadhriti, Rama who is steadfast in truth. Cha Lakshmano Mahanubhavaha, Lakshmana, magnanimous Lakshmana, magnificent Lakshmana. Bharatascha dharmikaha, the dharmik Bharata. Vrita suhridbhischa virejuradvare, the three brothers are standing. எப்படி இருக்கா அப்படின்னா சஹிதாஸ்திரயோ அக்னயஹா அப்படி. Like the three sacrificial fires, Garhapatya, Ahavaniya and Dakshinagni. Three Agnis are to be maintained by a Brahmana throughout his life by the Shastra. When a Brahmana gets married, along with the wife, he is getting the fire also. Shastra Padi, wife is for the sake of maintaining the fire. Wife is actually for helping to maintain that fire. Now we gave such importance to Agni and the worship of Agni, and the reason why a man would get married in those days, in the olden days, if the wife should die, the man will immediately marry again. Within a short time, they will make sure the man gets married again. From today's standards and viewpoints, we may look at it and say, "Chi, how cheap and anikalam." Whereas the women were not allowed to marry. The widows were not allowed to marry, but the men would marry immediately. Why? Because Agni kaha, not for any other reason, for Agni. So that they may be qualified to continue worshipping and offering to the Agni. The only time when they stop that Agni is when they take sannyasa. அப்போ what do they do அப்படின்னா நிரக்னின்னு சொன்னா. They without Agni, they take the Agni, Agnimadayana, they take the Agni and leave it inside அப்படின்னு அர்த்தம். When a Brahmana, Grahastha Brahmana takes sannyasa, what he does is he takes the 3 Agnis into himself and walks as the embodiment of the fire itself. Now he doesn't have to have a separate Agni, maintain an Agni separately. Like those 3 blazing fires, these 3 brothers are there. Raghava Satyadritihi, Raghava, Rama, who is famous for his adherence to the truth. Lakshmano Mahanubhavo, Lakshmanaha Mahanubhavaha, Lakshmana, that glorious, dignified person. Bharatascha Dharmikaha, Bharata, Dharmika Bharata, righteous Bharata. And everybody is waiting, all the people have come so that Rama can be taken back with them to the kingdom. Everybody is sitting down, Bharata is sitting there. Rama looks at Bharata and says, Kimedadichchaye magham shrotum pravyahratam tvaya yasmat tvamagato desham imam chira jatajinaha. For what purpose, Bharata, have you come here? Have you come to ask me something? Why have you come here dressed up in this manner? Leaving the kingdom, wearing deer skin and matted locks, for what purpose have you come? Tell me. Abdinna. When Rama asked him, Bharata says, Arya, Anna, our father somehow executed an impossible task. Sudushkaram, very difficult to perform task. Enadana, to send you to the forest, to banish you to the forest. It was impossible for him. He could not live after having done that deed, therefore he perished. Leaving all of us, he went to heaven, tortured by the grief due to the separation from you. Having instigated by a woman, the king had to commit such a terrible sin which destroyed his reputation, unfortunately. As far as my mother is concerned, she is also now tormented by grief. Sa rajya phalamaprapya vidava shokakarshita patishyati mahaghore niraye janani mama. She will certainly go to hell for having committed such atrocious deeds and acts. She is herself now tormented with grief and cursed with widowhood. She will definitely go to hell. Let her be. Tasya me dasabhutasya prasadam kartumarhasi, but you should consider me as your servant. I do not have any desire for this kingdom. I do not wish to rule the kingdom. You must consider me as your servant. Not only must you consider me as your servant, you should also do a favor to me. You should bestow a favor upon me. Ennadina abhishinjaswaracha adyeva rajyena magavaniva. What is the favor that you should bestow upon me? Today itself you should become crowned. Today itself you should become the king of Ayodhya and return and rule over Ayodhya. This is the favor you've got to do to me. That is the reason why all of these people have come. That is the reason why mothers have come. That is the reason why all the Brahmanas have come, the mantris have come, the generals of the army have come. Everybody has come to do this. Ye vischa sachivai sardau shirasa yachite maya Bratu Shishyasya Dasasya Prasadam Kartumarhasi. Along with, as a representative of all the people of Ayodhya, I bow my head down in front of you and beseech you, entreat you, as a brother, Bratuhu, as your disciple, Shishyasya, as your servant or slave, Dasasya. I am not coming here only as a brother, I am coming here as your disciple, you are my guru. I am not coming here only as a guru-disciple relationship, you are my master, I am your servant. I am dependent upon you, therefore you should prasadam kartumarhasi, you should shower your grace upon me. You should not go against the wishes of all the people of Ayodhya. They do not want anything that is outside of dharma. What they are asking for also is in line with dharma. They want you to simply be the rightful ruler of Ayodhya, because as the firstborn, as the eldest son in the family, it is our dharma, it is our parampara, it is our tradition for you alone to rule. Adanala, they have not asked anything that has any discord with tradition. Adanala, na atikramitum, you should not transgress their views and their opinions. Abdinne, he catches hold of Rama's feet and cries. Again, Ramar Pakar, Napata, I didn't Karakonde Pata. Looking at Bharata who's crying, Rama says, Bharata, don't I know you? Are you not my brother? Do I not know you? I know that you will not commit any sin for the sake of a mere kingdom. Na dosham tvai pashyami sukshmamapyarisudana. In you, I do not find even the slightest fault. The smallest fault I do not find in you. Anna, if at all I should find a fault in you, there is only one fault that I can find in you. Ennadinna? Nachapi jananim valyatvam vigarhitumargasi. Like a small child that does not know anything, you should not reproach your mother in this manner. That is the only fault I find in you. I do not find any other fault in you, drawback in you. The only fault I find in you is that you are talking ill about your mother, who is to be respected as per the Shastras. I have been commanded by Dasharatha, our father, the emperor, to go to the forest. Now how can I Katham Anyat Samachare? How can I act in a contrary way and come back to the kingdom? You rule over Ayodhya, I shall rule over Dandakaranya. You go back to Ayodhya, you rule there, and let me be here in Dandakaranya. That way, the words of our father will certainly be fulfilled. 14 years, after that 14 years, I will come back. Abdine, Rama tells Bharata. When Rama said this, all of them were sitting silent. Tushnim te samupasina na kaschit kinchit abravit. Nobody opened their mouth to say anything. They are all sitting quietly. They know Rama's nature. They know Rama's steadfastness to truth. When it comes to dharma, Rama becomes very stubborn. They know that stubbornness of Rama. Adnala, they all keep quiet. They know that the only person who can speak at this moment and somehow do something to bring Rama around is only Bharata. Adnala, they let Bharata be their spokesperson for now. They are all sitting quietly. Bharata alone, Bharatastu. Sukrun madhye Ramam vachanam abravit. He alone speaks. He says, Irkatam Santvitvam Amika Mata Dattam Rajyamidam Mama. You have given this kingdom to me by consoling my mother, by making my mother happy. You have given this kingdom to me. Taddadami tavaivakam bhungshva rajyamakantakam. That Rajyam I give to you. You have given this kingdom to me in order to make my mother happy. Now I give this kingdom to you. You should rule over this kingdom. Akantakam, without any obstacles, you alone should rule the kingdom. You have placed the burden of a kingdom on somebody who is not in a position to bear it. A donkey cannot equal a horse. Gatim kara iva ashva. A donkey cannot equal the pace of a horse. An ordinary swallow or a sparrow cannot equal Garuda. Like that, I am like the donkey, you are like the horse, I am like an ordinary sparrow, you are like Garuda. In what manner can I do what you can do? Adnala, he says, यथा तु रोपितो वृक्षः पुरुषेण विवर्धितः ह्रस्वकेन दुरारोहो रूढस्कन्दो महाद्रुमः स यदा पुष्पितो भूत्वा फलानि न विदर्शयेत् सतां नानुर्भवेत् प्रीतिं यस्य हेतोः प्ररोपितः एषोपमा महाबाहो तमर्थं वेत्तुमर्हसि यदि त्वमसन्मान् वृषभो भर्ता भृत्यान्न शादिः. He says, a man planted a tree. Bharata says, a man planted a tree and nurtured it, poured water in regular intervals, looked after it in every way. With hard work, he looked after it. In the end, it finally bore flowers. And when the time came for it to bear fruits, unfortunately, it did not bear any fruit. If after all that effort that has gone into planting and maintaining that tree, if it finally fails to bear fruit, how will it be for those who planted that tree? This is an analogy only. Yeshopama, this is only a simile, an example. And Mahabaho Tamartam Vettum Arhasi, you should know the meaning of it. You should know the meaning of it. Therefore, you should, in accordance with this, you should do what is necessary, not give any discourses to us. You should simply rule over us and give us the instructions as citizens, as servants, as slaves. We should follow you. We should only be supported by you. You alone should be ruling over us. அப்படின்னு ஒரு எக்ஸாம்பிள் கொடுக்குறான். அதுக்கு என்ன அர்த்தம் அப்படின்னா, the entire Ikshvaku வம்சம், Dasharatha included, everybody has planted the tree called Rama. They've invested in him, they've nourished him, nurtured him. When finally if he doesn't bear fruit, how disappointing it is to everybody. What is the fruit? The reason why all this has gone into Rama is so that Rama can become the next ideal king in the Ikshvaku line. If Rama doesn't become the king, it is a disappointment to all the people who worked so hard for this until this moment. Adnale, it is not appropriate, it is not right. Therefore, knowing this meaning, you should naturally assume the throne. And Bharata prays to Rama. In this manner, when Bharata is very firm and expresses various arguments as to why Rama should come back, one, he says is that this is our parampara, this is our dharma. Eldest son alone has to be. Second, he says, my mother was wrong. She asked, but she is wrong. Now she herself is suffering the result of her mistake. Clear, children? Mother is tormented by grief. What grief? A mistake that she committed, she herself is now reaping the fruit of it. Therefore, she knows what she did is a mistake. She herself knows what she did is a mistake now. Therefore, anything that was a product, a result of a mistake cannot be valid. A mistaken order cannot be valid. Without knowing the truth, if an order was given and then the truth was known, then that order that was given cannot be valid anymore. Yeah? Go and arrest that person. If an order is given and the police come to a person's house with an arrest warrant, but in the meantime they understand that he is actually innocent and a phone call comes through, no, he is innocent, then the arrest warrant is no longer valid. Although technically, yes, he can be arrested, but there are no grounds to arrest him. Because the original order was a mistake, subsequently it does not have any more validity. Like that here, when Kaikeyi has made a mistake and she herself is regretting it, repenting it and suffering the consequences of it, the order that was given for you to go to the forest is no longer valid. This is second. Third reason, so much of investment has gone into you. So much of effort has gone into you. So much of investment has gone into you. If they wanted me to become the king, they would have held me back in Ayodhya and given me the same kind of teaching, mentoring, guidance, learning, all of that which you acquired, I should have acquired. I was sent off to KK Desha to be a happy, enjoyable lad. I was just doing nothing. Yeah, I was playing hooky. ஒன்றும் பண்ணல. I was just, I'll get up in the morning, go around here and there, go ride horses, go இது இப்படி எல்லாரையும் பார்த்து சாப்பிடுவேன், தூங்குவேன், இப்படி தான் பண்ணுவேன். What did I do? Our cousin was being trained at that time. ஏன்னா யுதாஜித்னு ஒருத்தன் இருந்தானோ இல்லையோ, அவனுடைய பிள்ளை ஒருத்தன் இருப்பான் இல்லையா, அஸ்வபதி மகாராஜா was Kaikeyi's father. Ashwapati's son Yudhajit is Bharata's mama. Yudhajit should have some son, eldest son. That eldest son would have similarly been trained in statecraft. Other younger sons and all would have gotten together to play. They were playing the fool. Appo, nobody, no effort was put into me, no resources were spent for me, all the resources were spent for you. So if in taking all the resources, if you don't give back, it is not right on your part. Anala solra chutti kamikiran. Another என்ன சொல்றான், he is not directly telling it. என்ன டைரக்டா எப்படி சொல்ல முடியும் அண்ணாட்ட? தின்னுட்டு ஒண்ணும் பண்ணாம இருக்கேடா அப்படின்னு. You ate everything, you received everything, now you are not putting by anything back, you are running away to the forest, it's not right. அப்படின்னு you cannot tell அண்ணா இல்லையா? அதனால what does he say now? A man planted a tree and spent a lot of effort on it, poured water, fertilized, put a lot of fertilizer, pruned it, took care of it in every way. In the end, it did not give any fruit. How disappointing it is to the man. This is a simile, you should understand the meaning. உனக்கு தெரியணும் meaning. அதனால what you are doing is not appropriate. We are only servants. Do not punish us. You should not punish us. You are punishing me. I did not do any wrong. அடுத்தது சொல்றான். Next thing, fourth thing he says is, I am only a servant of you. I have never claimed to be anything other than your servant. How can you punish me for no mistake of mine? என்ன punishment? Sit on the throne. Is it not a punishment to me? Is it not a punishment to me? சொல்லுங்க. Suppose they, in school, sometimes they will, in college, in school and all, India at least, we have experienced it. They will ask you a question in class. You don't know anything about it. Bare mulikkanum. You blink, blindly, knowing nothing about it. In front of everybody, they will. What a cruel torture it is. What about you, man? Can you tell? Abdin teacher will tell. You have to get up and say, no, sir, I don't know, sir. Then you keep standing, man. What about you? Can you tell? No, sir, next person will be called. That will also, you also keep standing, man. Everybody will be standing. Nobody knows the answer. In a torture. Is it not a punishment? To make you stand there because you don't know something is a punishment. Like that, sit on the throne. I do not know anything about sitting on the throne. I was not trained. You are putting me on the spot. Everybody is going to criticize me. Everybody is going to find fault with me because I don't know. How can you put me on the spot like that? Why are you punishing me? What fault did I do? If at all you should punish somebody, punish Kaikeyi, my mother. She is the one who is behind all of it. I did nothing. I knew nothing. Why are you punishing me? You should not punish me. I am only a servant. I am only a servant. श्रेणयस्त्वा महाराज पश्यन्तु अग्र्याश्च सर्वशः प्रतपन्तमिवादित्यं राज्ये स्थितमरिन्दमम्. அது மாத்திரம் இல்ல, ஸ்ரேணயஹா அப்படின்னு சொல்லு. ஸ்ரேணயஹா அப்படின்னா ஆல் தி மர்ச்சன்ட் கிளாஸ், சேம்பர் ஆஃப் காமர்ஸ், all the tradesmen guilds, trade guilds, leaders of trades guilds, all of those people. அவளா ஸ்ரேணயஹா. என்ன சொல்றார் அப்படின்னா, stock market is crashing. Bharata is saying stock market is crashing. The moment the news was heard that Bharata is going to be the king, அப்படின்னா டொங்கின்னு போறது stock market. ஏன்னா nobody has any confidence in me. Merchant class does not have any confidence in me. The moment I am told that I have to become the king, they are already filing for bankruptcy. இது போரும் கிழிஞ்சது போ அப்படின்னா. They have absolutely no confidence. அதனால if you want to look at it from merchant point of view also, they prefer you to be the king because they think there will be economic stability in the kingdom if you are there as the king. In every way, when you want to look at it, no matter which way, politically, militaristically, economically, financially, dharmically, relationship wise, you and me relationship, in every way, when you should become the king. This is all I want. அதனால you come, let everybody rejoice when they hear you that you have returned. Let the elephants follow you. In a royal procession, you become crowned as the king. அப்படின்னு பரதா expressed his viewpoint to Rama. Tasya sadvityamanyanta nagara vividha janaha Bharatasya vacha shrutva Ramo pratyanuyachataha. On listening to Bharata pray to Rama in this manner, logically explaining so many reasons, all the people said, Sadhu, Sadhu, wonderful, excellent, excellent, this is what we also want. They also explained. They were keeping quiet because they were a bit afraid to speak in front of Rama. Now that Bharata has explained such logical reasons, aha, this is what we want. But Rama enna solla porar paapom. Ivlo sonna illaya, Rama badil sollணும். Rama has to reply. तमेवं दुःखितं प्रेक्ष्य विलपन्तं यशस्विनं रामकृतात्मा भरतं समाश्वासयदात्मवान् ஆத்மவான் எப்படி இருக்கார் ராமர் அப்படின்னா கிருதாத்மா ஆத்மவான் கிருதாத்மா one in control of himself, firm control of himself, Atmavan, who is established in the self, self-possessed, self-disciplined, man of firm determination, Rama. And when he heard Bharata lamenting in all this manner, he consoled him and said to him, all that you have said, all this logic and all is right, all acceptable, understandable, very good. You have learnt Tarkam well. Among the teachings that were given to us in Gurukula, Tarkam was part of it. Tarkam nanna kathendirukke. Nyayam Tarkam nanna kathendirukke. Logic, reasoning, you have learnt it well. Good. Anal. Na atmana kamakarosti purushoyam anishwaraha. इतश्चेततरच्चैनं कृतान्तका परिकर्षति नात्मनः कामकारो हि पुरुषोऽयमनीश्वरः. No man is independent or free to do what he wants to do. He is not independent. Freedom of action does not belong to the individual. Atmoyam anishwaraha. Purushoyam anishwaraha. The Purusha, the individual, is not independent. He is not free. Freedom of action does not belong to him. It is not Ishvara. We are not gods to do whatever we want. We are not the Supreme Lord to say, I'll do this, I'll do that. We do not have any right. Kritantaha na destiny, providence, fate. It forcibly drags, parikarshati, pulls a man here and there as per its dictates. A man is neither independent nor competent to do anything on his own. There is no such thing as free will at all in this world. We are all subject to our own destiny, our own fate. All your logic is not appropriate if it is up to me to do things. I can do. It is not up to me. It is not up to you. It is not up to all of these people who are clapping their hands and saying, yes, 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 Chodrale, Valuku. It is not up to them also. Kritantaha itascha itaratascha parikarshati. Here and there, hither and thither, it is pulling us, forcibly dragging us hither and thither. Based on what? Kritantaha nu jana. Kritantaha appadina kritam action adu antam, the end of action, and the result of action. The result of action dane. You are not free. If you put your hand into the fire, you are not free to not experience the results that come. You have got to experience the results that come. You cannot escape it. What is destiny? What is providence or destiny? It is not some deity or divinity sitting somewhere and writing on some scroll what shall happen. It is simply the culmination, the summation of all the results of the various actions that we have already accomplished in the past. If we are going through our life, why are we getting all the various things that are coming to us in life? Something that has happened in the past birth, we are getting the results for it. Of course, the beauty of our Sanatana Dharma is, after having explained all of this in such great detail, in the end it will say, there is no birth, there is no death, what to speak about rebirth. In the end it will say, there is no birth. Na jayate mriyate va kadachin nayam bhutva bhavitavana bhuya ajo nitya shashvatoyam purano na hanyate hanyamane pisharire. In the end it will say, Atma has no birth, it has no death, it has got no rebirth, it is not coming into existence, it will not go out of existence, it will not come back into existence again. No such thing exists for it. It is eternal. When you understand that highest truth, then there. Before that highest truth, when you are not in that state yet, birth and rebirth, punarapi jananam, punarapi maranam, punarapi janani jatare shayanam, அப்படிங்கிறதும் சொல்லணும். யார் சொல்றான்னா, Acharya in Bhajagovindam says, punarapi jananam, punarapi maranam, birth again, death again, birth again, death again, once again rebirth, and so on and so forth. But all of it, Advaita Siddhanta is based upon Mandukya Karika, in which very clearly his Guru's Guru Gaudapada clearly states, there is no birth at all, there is no death at all, there is no rebirth at all. Until we understand that truth, some logic is necessary. What is the logic? There is birth and death. There is rebirth. Actions that are done in one birth, the results, culminated results of all of that is what is being experienced by us in this birth as the various experiences, various circumstances and situations in life that come to us. நம்ம பண்ண கர்மா தான் நமக்கு திரும்பி வருது அப்படிங்கிறது மாத்திரம் ரொம்ப clear. There is no unfairness in this world. Isn't that so much nicer when you understand that there is actually no such thing as an unfair world at all? It is a very, very fair world where we get what exactly we deserve. Nobody has been given a raw deal. And we are not independent in this because the situations that we find ourselves in, the actions that we have got to do as a result of those situations, all of those things, as long as we identify ourselves with the body mind, all of those actions are in a way already known what we have to do, what we will be doing. At that we say predestined, predetermined. But this predestined, predetermined is not done in an artificial way. It is not done in an artificial way. It is done in a logical way. Do you understand? A maths teacher sets a question paper. Before the students even sit for the exam, the teacher also prepares the answer script. So that anybody who is correcting it will be able to quickly look at it and correct the answers. Even before the student is sat for the exam, the answers are ready. How can that be? It is predetermined. 4 plus 2. The sum is there. Question is there. First question, 4 plus 2 is equal to dash. Now, whether the student writes it or not, we already know the answer. Answer 6 thane. Like that. Already we know exactly what is going to happen, provided you have an understanding of what has happened. You will automatically be able to extrapolate and say this is what is going to happen. Your graphs liye pannidrome. Simply in economics and finances and so on and so forth, trends and things like that, we are able to see based on statistically, based on the observance of last 50 years, this is what is going to happen in the next 6 months. And we are able to say, yeah, we are able to even predict weather to a certain extent, where we are saying based on the air currents there, based on the coolness and pressure and so on and so forth, it is going to rain 4 days from now. It is going to rain 4 days from now. When the weather forecast we check in Google. Well, yeah, if you have to go out somewhere, we check in Google how is the weather going to be wherever we are going. But we are only going next week. Oh, okay, it is going to rain back. Rishi is the person who is giving the prediction. Is he a rishi? Is he able to see into the future? He is not seeing the future. He is seeing the past and the present. And by putting the two together, he is able to project into the future and say this is what it is going to be. So he really knows the present and the past. If you understand the nuances of present and the past, future is very easy to predict. Future is very easy to predict. There is a tree. A tree is growing. And if a person says, strokes his long beard, I make a prediction, this tree will bear mango fruits. It is a mango tree. It will bear mango fruits. What else will it bear? Yeah, now past I have seen these kind of trees always bear mango. Presently, this is that kind of a tree. Therefore, futurely, it will bear mango. I know the past, I know the present. Therefore, to some extent, I can know the future. Where is freedom for us? Our past and present have already decided our future. And what is future is one day going to become present, and then later on, it is also going to become past. Whatever is my present today was actually at one point in time my future. And based on my previous past and previous present, this future was already known. That is why Bharadwaja Rishi says, I have been waiting for you, Rama. That is why Matanga Rishi is going to say, Rama is currently in Chitrakuta, but don't worry, after having lost his wife, he will come your way. He is in Chitrakuta happily living with his wife and showing, Sita, look how beautiful this is. Sita, look how beautiful that is. Sita, see this mountain. Vaidehi, see that valley. Janaki, see the jungle. Sita, see the stream. Maithili, see the mountain. Janaki, see the jungle. Vaidehi, see the valley. He is showing all the various sides. Matanga Muni, Kovi Mama, Vaishana Tata, Rana Sholdarna, Aho, Sita Santoshamargar, but one day he will lose his wife, he will come searching at that time, after 10 years, 14 years, almost 13 years. 13 years from now, poor man, having lost his wife, he will come, give some fruits at that time. Shabrikita. How does he know? He knows the past, he knows the present, he has been able to predict the future. Understanding that, Rama says here, Na atmana kamakaro asti, na asti atmanah kamakara purushoyam anishwaraha atmaha kamakara nasti. It cannot do things on its own. This person, individual, cannot do whatever he wants. Purushoyam anishwaraha, I am Purusha anishwaraha. Kritantaha, the destiny or fate, which is nothing but the culmination of past actions, is going to drag him here and there. Sarve kshayanta nichayaka patananta samuchrayaha samyoga viprayoganta maranantam cha jeevitam. And how is it going to go? Everything is already, we know how it is all going to go. Sarve kshayantaha. Everything is going to Sarve kshayantaha nichayaha, all accumulations, all wealth that we acquire, what is going to happen to it? Anything that we acquire, it will kshayantaha, it will decline. Everything that we accumulate will decline. Samuchrayaha patananta samuchraya, all elevated positions will degrade at the end. Samyoga viprayoganta, unions end in separation. Maranantam cha jeevitam, and life ends in death. End. Everything has got an end. Accumulation has an end in decline, attenuation. One side accumulation, other side attenuation. One side elevation, other side downfall. Elevation ends in downfall. Samyoga, union ends in separation. Life ends in death. Yata phalanam pakvanam nanyatra patanad bhayam yevam narasya jatasya nanyatra maranad bhayam. For a ripe fruit, a fruit that is ripened, what is the next thing that is going to happen? It will fall. A ripe fruit will fall. There is no other fear for that fruit other than that of fall. Similarly, for everybody, there is no other fear other than the fear of death. Evam narasya jatasya narasya. For a man who is born, na anyatra maranad bhayam. There is no other bhayam other than marana. There is no greater fear, no fear other than the fear of death, and the final fear. Even then, what happens? Yatagaram dridastunam jeernam bhutva avasidati tataiva siddhanti naraha jaramrityu vashangataha. Just as a house which has been built a long time ago, after a period of time will slowly decay, the pillars, even though it was built with dridastunam, built with sturdy pillars, nice stout pillars, but over the period of time it will get dilapidated. Jeernam bhutva avasidati, it will fall down, it will collapse. In the same manner, Tataiva, in the same manner, the lives of men under the grips of disease, old age, etc. will also end in death. It will all come to Jara Mrityu Vashangataha. Old age and death is also, it's a routine. Atyeti rajaniyatu sana prati nivartate yatyeva yamuna purna samudra mudakakulam. Ya Rajani Atyeti Sa na Pratinivartate, the night that has passed cannot come back again. If it is gone, it is gone, it cannot come back again. The water of Yamuna that is going towards the ocean cannot flow back. Yamuna's water flow towards the ocean, they cannot reverse. Like that, time flows, you cannot go back in time. You cannot get it back again. Ahoratrani gacchanti sarvesham praninamiha ayumshi Kshapayantyashu grishme jalamivamshavaha. Days and nights are passing quickly, eating up the lifespan of people, of all the living beings in this world, just as the rays of the sun are drying up all the waters in summer. The waters of a small lake or a small pond all get evaporated because of the heat of the sun. In the same way, in the heat of time, days and nights are nothing but aspects of time. It is simply swallowing up the lifespans of all individuals. Atmanam manushochhatvam kimanya manushochasi ayuste hiyate yasya stitasya chagatasya cha. Whether you are moving or sitting still, lifespan is decreasing. Therefore, you should really be grieving for yourself only. Instead of grieving for yourself, why are you grieving for all of us? Bharadan kita chalo, ivlavu Bharadan kita. Bharata, you are crying. Bharata, you are feeling so sad. You are feeling so sad for me. Ayo, Anna, you are in the forest. Ayo, Anna, you are dressed in barks. You are dressed in antelope skin and so on, wearing matted logs, sitting on the bare ground. ஏன் தலையெழுத்துப்பா. That is my life. That is my destiny. No man can escape his destiny. This is my destiny. This is the prarabdha that has taken me and brought me here. No man is free to do as he chooses. Everybody is subject to this. There is no point complaining. There is no point blaming somebody else. This is your life and you have to face it. You are crying for me. You should be crying for yourself. ஏன்னா உன் லைஃப் தானே போயிட்டு இருக்கு. Whether you sit still or not, whether you sit and cry for me or not, your life is ending. Your life is ending. Sahaiva mrityur vrajati, saha mrityur nishidati, gatva sudirgamadvanu, saha mrityur nivartate. Sahaiva mrityur vrajati, death walks along with us all the time. Now a companion, who is the one companion that is always with us? Appadina mrityu dhaan nama companion. He's always walking by our side. No, whether anybody else is there or not, death is with us all the time. Why is he with us? Because at the right moment he should be there. He should not be held up in traffic. Wow. When the time comes for Mrityu, when for us to go away, Mrityu cannot be late. I was very far away. By the time I got the call, I was coming, I was caught in traffic, what to do? Mrityu cannot afford to say that. What does it do? It walks by our side. To catch hold of us, it is walking by our side. Sakhaiva mrityur vrajati, saha mrityur nishidati. When we sit down, it also sits down with us. When we walk, it walks with us. When we sit down, it sits down with us. Gatva sudirgamadvano, saha mrityur nivartate. And even when we travel a long distance, it comes with us and returns with us. When it will come with us, power. Gatreshu valaya prapta shvetaschaiva shiroruhaha jaraya purusho jirnaha kim hi kritva prabhavayet. Gatreshu valaya prapta. Gatreshu, in the body, என்ன ஆறுது அப்படின்னா வலையனா circles. As we grow older, circles are formed. Under the eye, circles. Wrinkles are formed. Gatreshu valaya praptaha. Wrinkles are all obtained in the body. Shvetas chaiva shiroruha. Hair upon the head all becomes white. Jaraya purusho jirnaha. With old age, the body becomes decayed. Kim hi kritva prabhavayet. What can we do about it? By what influence or what expedient or by what method will you prevent all of this from happening? Nandan yudita aditye nandanasya tamite hanihi atmano navabudyante manushya jivitakshayam. Nandant yudita aditye, people are happy, they rejoice when the sun rises. Nandanti astamite hani, when the sun sets, when the night comes also they are happy. They are happy, hey, another day has come, they are happy. Abada, the day is finished, they are happy. I can go to sleep now, they are happy. They are happy when the day begins, they are happy when the day ends. Anal atmano navabudyante manushya jivitakshayam, but what they do not realize is that each day symbolizes a decline to their set lifespan. Lifespan that is reducing. Some people celebrate birthdays. Happy birthday. They're happy. What is happy about it? Condolences. You are closer to death. One more year closer to death. One more year towards wrinkles, towards white hair, towards decaying body. You are happy only until a certain age. Perhaps up to about 40-45 years of age, you'll be happy with birthday. Adukapram innor vayasa ainde varudhu. Adu thirumba 50 vayasu eduthu vechicho. 50 years, whoever imagine I'll be 50 years one day. Those who are not 50, those who are around 30, you cannot even imagine what 50 is. 50 old man, 50 years old, very old man. When you reach 50, 58, what? Am I already 50? Yes or no? It's a surprise, isn't it? It's a big surprise. There is a certain age, or cut-off. The cut-off, remarkable cut-off it is. When you're 30 and all, you don't feel it. I'm 25. I mean, you're growing up. I'm 25. I'm 27. I'm 28. I'm 27, 28, I will get married. அதுக்கப்புறம் தான் உட்காந்து கொண்டு தான் அதுக்கப்புறம் தான் ஐயோ 38, ஐயோ 40, 46, 50, 55 போச்சு ஒன்றா போயிட்டு என்ன பண்ணுறது வயசு ஆகிடுதே இல்லையா? Then after that you have to go for medical checkups every year. அது இருக்கு. Which 30-year-old fellow goes for medical checkup, I tell you? 30 வயசு கழிச்சு மெடிக்கல் செக்அப் போய் பிளட் டெஸ்ட் போவியா நீ? Will you go for a blood test when you're 30 years old? Unless some infection comes and they ask you to go, 45 years, can you give me the script for blood test? I better get everything checked. அதுக்கப்புறம் பர்த்டே எல்லாம் blood test தான். After a certain age, no need to celebrate birthday. Just blood test day alone you have to celebrate. Sugar எப்படி இருக்கு, cholesterol என்ன level, what is the level of sugar, what is the level of cholesterol, triglycerides எப்படி இருக்கு, இப்படி இதை பார்த்துட்டே உட்காந்துருக்க வேண்டியது. That becomes our CV after that. Until then our CV is something different. We keep writing a different CV. அப்புறம் CV பார்த்தான்னா TCG, அப்புறம் வந்து HDL, LDL, அப்புறம் fasting sugar, அப்புறம் இதுதான் CV நமக்கு. What is a biodata? இதான் காமிக்கிற மாதிரி தான் என்னோட லிட்ரல் பயோ டேட்டா. ஏன்னா பயோ அப்படின்னா லைஃப்னு அர்த்தம். டேட்டானா டாட்டா அபவுட் மை லைஃப். வாட் இஸ் மை லைஃப்? மை கொலஸ்ட்ரால் இஸ் திஸ் மச், மை சுகர் இஸ் திஸ் மச், மை ப்ரெஷர் இஸ் திஸ் மச். But we are happy. Ramar சொல்றார், Rama is saying people are happy. People are happy. Hey, June, July. June, July என்ன அர்த்தம்? July வந்துடுது இப்போ. For instance, today is 15th of July. 15th of July என்ன அர்த்தம் அப்படின்னா half of July is gone and July is already more than half the year. திரும்பி பார்க்கறதுக்குள்ள 2021 is going to come to an end. இப்போதான் என்னமோ 2020 COVID-21 COVID-19 அப்படிங்கிற 2021 வந்துடுது. COVID-19 பேர் வச்சு அது COVID-21 பேர் வைக்கணும். இப்போ அது பாட்டு போயிட்டு இருக்கு. திருப்பி லாக்டவுன் பண்ணிட்டு. We are in what is there to be happy about? Rama is saying what is there to be happy about? நமக்கு especially in Australia. I don't know about any other part of Australia, especially in Victoria. There is nothing to be happy about because it's one more day closer to lockdown. அப்படிதான். Every day is one day closer to the next lockdown. There is nothing else to look forward to. You know what is going to happen. Whether it is difficult or not, whether it is bitter or not, you know what is going to happen. We are one more day closer to the next lockdown. When virus comes into South Australia, Victoria is locked down. When virus comes in New South Wales, Victoria is locked down. When virus comes anywhere else in the world, Victoria is under lockdown. அந்த காலத்தை சொல்லுவா இல்லையா, when France has a cold, Europe sneezes அப்படின்னா. When anywhere in Australia there is COVID, now Victoria goes to lockdown. ஆத்மனோ நாவபுத்யந்தே மனுஷ்யா ஜீவிதக்ஷயம். We do not realize the expense of our own life, the decline of the lifespan that is happening with every day. Krishyantī ऋतुमुखं दृष्ट्वा नवं नवमिहागतं ऋतूनां परिवर्तेन प्राणिनां प्राणसंशयः. அதே மாதிரி new year comes, new season comes, we are happy new year என்னத்த happy new year again, another year closer to prana samshayah. We are happy, we are celebrating the ritu. A new season comes, we are happy. Spring has come, summer has come, autumn has come, winter has come. What has come? Death has come closer. Death has come, another season closer. Rama ரொம்ப doom and gloom இருக்கார். Bharata scratching his head. All he said is come and take over the throne. நான் உன்னை என்ன கேட்டேன்? ராஜாபிஷேகம் தானே பண்ண சொன்னேன். அண்ணா, all I wanted you to do was sit on the throne. நீ அப்பையிலேருந்து death is coming, whether you are sitting or standing, death is coming, whether summer or winter, death is coming, whether morning or evening, death is coming. ஏன் என்ன இப்படி போட்டு பயன்படுத்த? நான் என்ன பண்ணேன்? பிராணினாம் பிராண சம்சயா. வால்மீகி this particular section of Srimad Ramayana, in Valmiki Ramayanam, this is the only place where Vedanta is spoken by Rama. Nowhere else Rama speaks too much of Vedanta. Somewhere in Kishkinda Kandam, Hanuman will be asked by Rama. Rama will tell Hanuman, you talk to Tara and console her. Tell her the truth. Hanuman will speak some words of Jnana, Vedanta. Otherwise, in Ramayana, Pura Ramayana 3 mein, you do not find Vedantam anywhere very much. Bhagavatam alla Vedanta paramda. Srimad Bhagavatam, in every place you will encounter Stuti, Vedanta, Upadesham will always be there. Although highest teaching, not chumma Dharma mallan cholamata, highest da. Rama does not speak about it, but he practices it and he lives it in his life. That is why when Kaikeyi was getting all worried, he tells her, Naham Artaparo Devi. I am not interested in this world. அப்படின்னு அழகா சொல்றார் இல்லையா? வித்திமாம் ரிஷிபிஸ்துல்யம் விமலம் தர்மமாஸ்ருதம். I am established in the pure ashrama அப்படின்னு சொல்றார். என்ன ஆசிரமம்? ஆத்மா தான் ஆசிரமம். ஞானம் தான் பெரிய ஆசிரமம். சந்நியாசம்ங்கிறது இங்க பெரிய ஆசிரமம். யாரு சன்னியாசின்னா? Rama is a sannyasi. Rama is a sannyasi. Rama is married. Rama goes along with his brother everywhere. He doesn't go alone. Anal he is a sannyasi. He gives a discourse here, but otherwise he lives that sannyasa in his entire life. So this is one of those rare occasions when Rama is giving a discourse. I've just gone through with the shlokas so far. I've not gone to explain how everything one leads to the other. Everything seems to abrupt our kilya. All Bharata was just come and take over the throne. The real reasonable explanation should be, how can I go against the truth? How can I go against the words of the father? After all, Satya is Satya. Satya cannot be compromised. Dharma cannot be compromised. Abdina Rama should have spoken in terms of morality. And Rama does not speak morality to Bharata. Rama speaks spirituality to Bharata. Not mere morality, but spirituality. That is why it seems so incoherent. As though everything is just bits and pieces, whatever random thoughts come to him, he's blurting it out. We will come back and see how. We'll finish the rest of the shlokas and then we'll come back and bring it all together and see how, what is it that Rama is trying to convey to Bharata. Adha nama mera paakalam. Janaki Kanta Smaranam Jai Jai Ram Ram Anjaneya Swami Ki Jai. सर्वे भवन्तु सुखिनः सर्वे सन्तु निरामयाः सर्वे भद्राणि पश्यन्तु मा कश्चित् दुःखभाग् भवेत् लोकाः समस्ताः सुखिनो भवन्तु लोकाः समस्ताः सुखिनो भवन्तु लोकाः समस्ताः सुखिनो भवन्तु ओम शान्ति 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 हरि ओम तत्सत् श्री साईश्वरार्पणमस्तु।